Hi everybody, my name is Arelia Byrne. I am a registered dental hygienist at Stonebriar Smile Design in Frisco, Texas, and I am the creator of the Aflexx Assist Arm. The Aflexx Assist Arm is a simple device that holds a saliva ejector in place, freeing up a hand so that you can treat your patient efficiently and the most ergonomically possible. So this is the Aflexx Assist Arm on my chair at my dental office, and you can see here that it holds the saliva ejector via this clip and allows for free motion. I'm going to come behind here, in and out of the patient's mouth. So it stays in place while you're able to use your non-dominant hand to treat the patient. So when you get your Aflexx, you'll get the actual Aflexx and 2 docking discs. These discs are designed so that if your chair surface won't allow the suction to adhere to it, you would use one of these 2 discs. There's a sticky back and also a Velcro one, and you would then apply your Aflexx to that. I mean, there's lots of things that I can go over, but this video is designed just to kind of introduce you to the Aflexx, and I'll come around again and show you that this is what it looks like on the chair. And you know that it's a very, that was bad, a very flexible arm, and it holds the saliva ejector in place via the clip.
I saw your product, I was like, and I know a lot of people think this, oh man, I wish I would have thought of that. Like how many times have you dropped your suction or the patient grabs it and throws it on the floor and you're like, no. I wanted to know from you, like, what was that aha moment? Is it something you've been thinking about for a long time and then you're just like, I don't know where to start, or how much is this going to cost? Like, tell me about that process.
Well, okay, so I went back to hygiene school at the age of 40. So I've been in dentistry 26 years, and then I decided to go back to school. And it was a very humbling experience being with a bunch of 20-year-olds, which was really fun, but I was the oldest one in class. And during school, honestly, they pressed ergonomics like crazy. I mean, they were on it. Like, you're in the wrong clock position, you know, but surfaces towards you. And it was just this big, intense thing. So, you know, and I've been in dentistry a long time, and I just never thought about my body being, you know, in a position where I would be compromising it over time and getting, you know, disorders from repetitive motion.
Right.
So
well, I mean, typically you're working four-handed dentistry, so you are the arms for the dentist. So you're not doing everything on your own. You don't feel like an octopus where I'm like, I don't have enough limbs.
That is exactly right. And I didn't realize that. You know, I really didn't realize that. So I, you know, fast forward graduation, and I'm in the real world, and basically it's not the same as the patients in school, right? I mean, and the patients in school are like, they'll go left, they'll go right, they'll put their heads back.
And you've got 3 hours.
You do. You got like all this time.
Now you're like, I don't have time for this.
Man, and you're trying to look and you can't see, and your indirect vision is all off. So I just thought, you know, I need something to hold this saliva ejector in place while I'm using my Cavitron or my ultrasonic scaler. And I need a third arm. I need something to suspend and hold and do this. So I had this vision of what I wanted. I just didn't know how to get it to market or how to create it. I mean, I was going to go to Home Depot and do it. What happened was I had my business partner, who is, we own this company together. He has nothing to do with dentistry at all. And I told him, I said, you know, I have this idea. And he's an entrepreneur, and he's done several businesses. And he just one day, a month later after I told him, sent it to me in the mail. And it was like, it was different, but it's very similar. And the arm was really stiff, and I was ready. I was like, we're doing this now. I can make this work. And he's like, no, Arelia, you got to slow down a little bit. There's a lot of things that go into this. So, you know, if it wasn't for him, this portion wouldn't have been, available. So
what's this person's name? Because we all need to thank them.
I know. His name is Gary Slewinski. So he's going to be here and there. We have a really great story. We met on a trip on vacation, and we got stuck in Cabo. And
was that the Earl? Was that the?
Well, that was like 3 years ago. So
Okay.
I don't know which one. Anyway, so
Well,
that's
you have something on the website about Hurricane Earl.
Yes. Hurricane.
Yeah. Okay. So see, I stalk a little bit. It was a few weeks ago, but
yeah. Yes. Hurricane Earl. It was interesting. And so we just collaborated as friends at that point. And here we are 3 years later, lots of prototypes.
Oh, I bet. I love it. And so the thing that I love is this isn't just about having a gadget. Like it's super, super important. Just like in school, we're taught we need to have better ergonomics, but there's always a patient that can't sit back. There's always an exception and we're always rationalizing as clinicians as to, well, I just need to get through this. So I'm just going to compromise myself. And, anybody that's been doing this for more than probably about 5 years has those aches and pains that turn into chronic situations. And so this is super valuable, and I think it's going to be very helpful to our audience, especially. It's got a little bit of a price tag, but
yeah, the thing is if you actually register on if you subscribe, you'll get a coupon, and then that's immediately $130 off.
Oh, well, that's pretty significant. So I have one question. So you've got adhesive pads and you've got the Velcro, depending on the type of material that's on the back of your chair. You can accommodate everybody. Will sprays, the cavicides and the wipes and stuff start to delineate or break down those adhesives at all? Have you had any experience with that so far?
So not yet with that, but I definitely, I assume eventually, that would actually, I don't even, where am I at? This is
I can see it
good. Yeah. Okay, great. We haven't had any issues yet with that. It is at a school. It's been at a school for over a year, and they have the docking disc because their chair is a different material that the suction just doesn't really adhere as well. Mm-hmm. So, and they how schools are. They have to infection control like crazy.
Spray, wipe, spray twice. Yeah, it's true.
So good job. So this is so it's been pretty good. For a year it's been sticking there. A couple have come off, but I don't think that it's not all the chairs have had that problem.
You have like open calls to hygienists to give suggestions on how else to use it. I would think just being able to see, letting the patient know that the suction is there, but it's not pulling on them like they're some, giant fish out of water. For comfort reasons and stuff. But what's the most interesting take on this or, application that someone has sent to you?
Probably someone holding it and just like them doing it themselves all the time, but because it's not now, it's in place, right? I know it's not bad, but basically it's in place, but it's not down their throat, and the person feels secure with it resting there, but yet they're not making these big motions that are getting in your way.
Yeah, we've got patients that, they're out of their comfort zone. You are literally in their body. And they don't feel like they have a lot of control. So they just want to have that physical contact with it. So I think it would be great for those people that have some control issues or feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely. There are patients. And then there's the ones that really like to close their mouth loud.
A lot, yeah.
And that is great because you can get into a rhythm, which I do anyways with mine. I'll Cavitron some teeth, and then I'll like close, and then and I know that but a lot of them they'll like just like get it all out. It's just right there, and they're just.
Well, that toxic spit syndrome, we all know how prevalent that is, and so for those patients, it's right there for them at all times.
Isn't that funny?
So I'm right-handed. This stays mostly on the left. Do people kind of switch it from left to right? Because with my suction, I would always bring it over to the right when I'm working on the right, just kind of let gravity work. But is it pretty easy to put on either side, or does it kind of get in your way if you're right-handed if you put it on the right?
Okay, that's a great question. It's designed to stay, you can use it however you want to use it. Yeah. But if you're wanting to flip it around all the time, you would have to do that. If you wanted, okay, I'm going to work on this quadrant, and now I'm going to come over here and put it here. I use it one side only. And what I can do is if I need to go, you could still kind of use this and bring it over and just tap it with the saliva ejector in it.
Right,
longer.
Gotcha.
So, but you could take it from one side to the other, or you can put it in the middle and go here or go there.
Right. I was just thinking if I have it on the right side, if there's something that I can get hung up on, you know, cords or things, I'm going to be that comedy show in the background getting tripped up on stuff. So I would probably need to just stay on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Just stay over there.
Some people actually keep it like, I have one of our hygienists here. She practices with, you know, the patient not all the way back, but up a little and towards them, and she keeps it on this side, and just that's how she works. You know, it just stays there, and the water's just, and it's suspended there, and they can close, but she still now has her hand to be free, so she can use her indirect vision. There's so many different ways to use it.
Yeah, so it's literally flexible. Well, we'll just have that play on words.
Literally flexible. That's right.
Whatever you need. I love it. And are they made in Florida? Because I know you said you came down here to the plant.
Yep.
So these are USA made?
Florida.
That's
they
awesome.
are made in Florida. Yeah. And actually, Fort Lauderdale is where our manufacturing with our injection molding's done and everything. So, and they're handmade in Florida. Awesome. Yeah.
So we also love giving back and charity. So you're affiliated with the Chew. Is it the Chew Foundation?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
10%. Yeah, that's so 10% of the sales goes to the Chew Foundation. That was the whole vision. I do mission trips, and it's my biggest passion. And I just was telling Gary, I'm like, Gary, you know, ultimately my why is not just to make a product and make money. I want to make a foundation. That's what I really would like to run. I mean, sure, great, I want to run a company, but I'd really like to run a foundation that actually serves people. And the Chew Foundation stands for Connecting Healthcare Education Worldwide. And it's based on what I do at Stonebriar Smile Design. And we actually help patients and save lives every single day. The way we have the systematic approach using oral DNA, advanced blood work. We could tell, we get people in that are referred from cardiologists, endocrinologists, and we just look at their gum tissue and we treat them in a way that is above the standard of care.
Right. And true interdisciplinary care. That's amazing.
And what happens with this above the standard of care is it's expensive, very expensive. People can't afford this extensive blood work that will actually prevent you from having a heart attack or prevent you from having an autoimmune disease. I mean, this is great stuff. And I'm like, you know, Dr. Wade, we need to get everyone on this program. Like it should be affordable for everybody. And that's my vision, is the rich can't just have all the good diagnostics. So it's kind of the vision and mission statement to that is helping people that actually really need the help a lot in their health care.
So I love this. It's not just you being selfish and you need to make sure that your posture is correct. So you came up with this idea. You have the ability of helping thousands and thousands of other clinicians. And at the same time, we can all be part of giving back to underserved populations. So your website is aflexassistarm.com.
Yeah.
And do you have an email that you want to throw out there if people have questions for you?
Yeah, info@aflexassistarm.com.
Right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here at Burst TV, and good luck to you, and I'll be in touch.
Great. See you later. Thanks, guys, for watching. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.